Hey, what's up, DDE? This week we're going to design a house in a program called SketchUp. Maybe some of you have used it before. You're going to be able to use this program in either your Chromebook or on a regular computer. I think that it works both on Mac and PC. It definitely does work on Chromebook. So let's give it a go. The first thing we're going to do here is we're going to go to SketchUp.com. In the top right corner there's a sign in option, and you're going to sign in with Google. Once you go to sign in with Google, make sure that you're selecting your NCCS account. And then when we come into here, we're going to say try SketchUp. And we're going to drop this down, and it's going to say, what are you using it for? You're using it for primary and secondary. That means secondary is high school. Okay, so we're going to start with that, and we're going to say, let's get going. Okay, when you come into this, is your school enrolled in G Suites for education or Microsoft Education? The answer to that is yes, okay? So what is your role? You're gonna say student. We're gonna start. Okay, so in here, I've already created a couple houses for my architecture class, but we're gonna come up here and we're gonna say create new. And we're gonna start with a simple template, feet and inches. Okay, so this guy right here, we're just gonna click on him and delete him. And we're gonna start off with the rectangle tool, which is found over here. So again, we're gonna draw just like a really basic house today. So we're going to start a rectangle tool in our origin, and we're going to drag this out. Don't really worry about dimensions too much today. It's going to be more about just like the way that it looks. So we're going to drag out this, and the cool thing about SketchUp is how quick we can take like a 2D object and turn it into a 3D object. So if we take the push-pull tool located over here, we can bring this up to this point here. Okay, so now we have a box. And over here is our orbit tool. So if we click our orbit tool and we click, we can pan around. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add like a roof pitch. All right, so in order to do that, we're going to grab the pencil tool, and we got to find the midpoint, which is going to be the teal dot right there. And it's going to say midpoint. We're going to start clicking there. We're going to bring our line across. We're going to find the midpoint on this side as well. All right, so half, that's halfway down the line. And again, we're going to grab the push-pull tool, which you could grab by grabbing this. You can also hit the P button. And we want to grab, oh no, I'm sorry, it's not the push-pull, it's the move tool that we need. So we're going to grab the move tool rather. I'm going to grab this line and we're going to drag it up. And we want to drag it up along the blue axis. See the blue axis that's right there? Okay, that means that it's going perfectly vertically up. Blue axis is up, red axis is over, and then the green axis goes backwards. Okay, so what we've done there now is we've created the pitch to our house, so that's pretty cool. What we're gonna do next is just kind of push-pull the sides of this house in just a tiny bit so that it gives us a little bit of an overhang on the sides that helps make our house look a little bit nicer. And then we can start off by adding our windows and doors and a couple other things. So we're going to grab the rectangle tool and let's add a door. So this is going to be like the front to our house. Okay, and it's a small house. All right, so we're just going to click and we're going to drag a door in here. Okay, and in order to give it a little bit of dimension, we're going to grab the push-pull tool, which again I'm going to use the P. And I'm just going to push this in. And in order to specify my distance, if I push it and I let go, like I'm not touching anything, if I just type 2 and enter, it will set that back 2 inches. Okay, maybe 2 inches isn't right for you because of your scale or whatever, but that works pretty well for me. But we're just gonna push that in a little bit to give us a little bit of a reveal here. We're also going to draw a window in this plane. So we're going to draw a window maybe like here. Okay, on this side of the house too, we're going to draw, I'm going to put like a couple windows in over here. This window I think I'm going to make like a picture window. Okay, and then we're going to use what's called the offset tool. The offset tool is, So the offset tool is located underneath the push-pull tool. We're going to grab the offset tool, and we're going to put some trim around our windows, okay? So grab the window here, and then we're going to drag this out, and I'm going to do 2-inch trim again. So after I'm done typing, let's try and redo that. Bring it out, I'm going to type 2 and enter. And then that's giving me like some 2-inch trim there. Can cook this one, 2 and enter. Oh, by the way, shortcut for orbit is to click on the mouse wheel. So when I go to orbit this around, if I hold down the mouse wheel, I can twist this around like this. So I am here now. I'm going to push pull, so P. I'm going to push pull this out 1 inch. To give my trim some 3 dimensions, I'm going to push pull this out 1 inch. Okay, and if you wanted to add more windows or more doors, you could do that. But for right now, we're just going to leave it at that, and then we're going to start adding some materials here. So on the right side here, there is the materials bin. So we're going to grab that. So in the materials, right now this came up with a house, which kind of confused me for a second, but if you go to the browse section here, this is going to be like all of the different types of materials that we can use. One of the first things that we're going to select is the transparent surfaces, glass and mirrors, okay? And if you grab the blue one here, this is like a transparent blue. It's going to be great for your windows, okay? And you can actually see inside of the house with that tool. Okay, we can run to colors and we can start to color like our door. Maybe we should do our siding first. So let's scroll down. We're going to find brick, cladding, and siding. Okay, and you can select any of these. You don't have to select the one that I select here, but if we click and we drag, we can drop different types of materials like that, or we could drag like a typical siding on there, white siding. You know, they have lots of different types. Okay, so you can choose your favorite. I'm a big fan of kind of like modern stuff. So I'm going to put some vertical siding in here. And then, okay, so now I can start to color my door, find something like kind of fun, maybe like this red here, throw that in there. I also kind of, just for the heck of it, want to add a window to my door, so I'm just going to throw one of those in real quick. Okay, then what we're going to do here is just add a few more things. We're going to color in our trim. So for my trim, I'm going to do my trim in gray color. So I'm going to select colors, and you know, there's a bunch of different colors here. So when you go to do your trim, you're going to have to select the different surfaces on the object so that you can color them. The interiors. Okay, and you're going to do this for, if that pops up, hit escape because it's trying to back you out. And if you do, you're going to lose your work. So just hit escape or hit the cancel button if that dialog pops up. Okay, so again, hit escape. It's the mouse wheel that's giving me the issues. If I like side click, it wants to like back out. So when you start going through and coloring your trim, again, just be careful, zoom in on what you're trying to accomplish and what you're actually trying to color. And we can finish those up. Okay, so I'm also going to just make sure you get like the undersides of your objects as well. And I'm also going to get the underside of my overhang with that trim color. All right, so the last thing that we're going to need here before we go to save this and send this to me is we need roofing material. So again, when we come to the search, we can come down and we can find roofing. Again, all different types of roof. I think that I'm just going to select kind of like a basic roof here. And that'll be my house. Okay, so two last things we need to do here. We need to save it and then we need to share it. Okay, so when you go to save up top, it's going to ask you where you want to save. You're going to save to your SketchUp folder and you're going to enter a name. Okay, so I'm just going to name this DDE house. Save here. So now that's called DDE house and that's good that way. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to export an image. So let me show you how we're going to do this. We're going to click on the three bars and we're going to come to export. Oh, and first of all, you want to be in a view where you can kind of see your house. Okay, so I'm actually going to look at it like this, an isometric view or so, three-dimensional. I'm going to see, you know, my different details here. So we're going to come up, export, select the PNG option. None of these other ones will work for me. Okay, so select the PNG option. This is fine the way that it is. It actually allows you to like rotate your house from different views. So you could select this as your option as well. You know, like that is a good view. You can also adjust in here where you want it to be and whatnot. So something like that will be fine. I'm going to say export as PNG. And then what this is going to do is this is going to create a image file of your house. Okay, so that image file is in my downloads. Go to Classroom. And I'm gonna upload that image to Classroom, to the assignment. And then from there, we're gonna take that assignment and submit it so that I can grade it for you, okay? And if for whatever reason that doesn't work, then you can email it to me, but the best place to put it is Classroom, all right? So again, real simple basic house this week, shouldn't take you long. We're gonna play around with SketchUp a little bit more in the weeks coming, but get a basic house set up and we'll go from there, all right? Nice job, everybody. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Email me with any questions. Have a great one. Bye-bye.